Hello. How you guys doing today? This is my first time that I've seen anybody other than a Popeyes cashier. Hey Jake, how are ya? Hey Afghanistan. Hey Jake, how's it going? Woo! 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 Jet Central, what up, dog? Lalo Paz, how are you, my friend? Just went in the Popeyes, woke up at about 4 o'clock, went in the Popeyes, couldn't even get into my bathroom to shave, just because my bathroom was occupied, and, but I'm ready to go. I'm ready to freaking go. I'm just doing this on a mobile device. I don't know about the wrenches. So here we go. Let's talk. Yeah, you wanted for the bear. Jabari, you're free to take a nap, and this is good. This is good to actually listen to if you want to take a nap. Anyway, let's get started about the conversation. So, New York Giants, I believe that the New York Giants should actually go make a run at Josh Rosen. I know that I said last year, like, Rosen's his personality and all this stuff, but let's just call it how it is. Josh Rosen's going to cost you your second-round draft pick. But last year, Josh Rosen was a consensus top 5 pick in the draft last year. So now, imagine last year if somebody said, you know what, Giants, you can have Saquon Barkley. You can have Saquon Barkley and you can have Josh Rosen. And Brandon, thanks for stopping in. My day's going pretty good. Hey, Chuck, how is everybody? Imagine last year if you said that you could have, imagine last year somebody said you can have Saquon Barkley and Josh Rosen. The fact is for the New York Giants, this would be a hell of a decision for the Giants because you're giving up pennies on the dollar for a quarterback that already has a very, very good skill set. Plus, at number 6, you can draft whoever the hell you want with the 6th overall pick. Let's also address, so Josh Rosen to the Giants makes a shit ton of sense, especially if you're giving up your second-round pick in order to acquire Josh Rosen. The other thing that makes sense is Eli Manning. Eli Manning is getting too damn old. Eli Manning should be cut, and that money needs to go to the defense and the offensive line. Because if you're going to go with Haskins or Josh Rosen, why don't you start them this year when they don't make any money so that the defense can actually get good? Because the Giants, it's going to take a lot for our defense to be better than the Eagles' defense. They have Fletcher Cox. They have Nigel Bradham. They have guys, they're going to pick up guys in the secondary. They have good players on that team. Barnett's going to come back for them. Brandon Graham is a blue-chip pass rusher. Malcolm Jenkins, the guy from the Rams, is a good safety as well. I forget the hell the guy's name is. Who's the other safety on the Eagles? But the New York Giants right now, their defense is by far the worst in the NFC East. There's no safeties on the roster. Janoris Jenkins is old and overpaid. You don't know about this kid from Western Michigan at all. Rodney McLeod's the answer to that question. The Cowboys are a shit ton better than the Eagles. The Cowboys have Chris Richard, the best assistant coach in the whole freaking league. And the Cowboys are just loaded. Van Der Esch, Jalen Smith, Ezekiel Elliott, Dak Prescott, Jason Witten coming back, Amari Cooper. And they are going to add another wide receiver. So the Cowboys are just so much better. Their offensive line is incredibly better. And the Giants are in no shape or form ready to go out and win the NFC East. They are in no way, shape, or form ready to go win the NFC East. They're ready to go 7-9, 8-8 with Eli Manning coming back. Why would Eli Manning come back for 7-9, 8-8? First of all, Eli Manning should absolutely be released. You need to make money. You need this offseason to spend. Eli Manning ain't winning shit next year. He's been on the decline for a long time. He's making $23 million. That is way too much money. I agree with Jet Central that Eli Manning, what the hell are you trying to do? Are you trying to tank for Tua Tagovailoa? And Dave Gettleman fucked up. Dave Gettleman fucked up. He had a third-round pick in the bag. Hey, how you doing, entertainer? What's up, buddy? Dave Gettleman had a third-rounder on the table this year. And what happened? What did Dave Gettleman do? He said, we're not trading Landon Collins. We think Landon Collins is good. We think Landon Collins is going to be a long-term good player. We're not trading him at all. I don't care if you give us a third rounder. We don't have a third rounder anymore because we traded it for a Western Michigan player in the supplemental draft. So Dave Gettleman got offered a third round pick and said, we want to keep Landon Collins. And the trade deadline passes. Okay, Dave Gettleman, you want to keep Landon Collins then. And then you don't decide to sign him, so you just give away a third-round pick. You give away a third-round pick that is so useful. If you're going to make a package for Josh Rosen, you need that third-round pick. It's unbelievable. G-Man409, how you doing? Dave Gettleman, that was not a good decision by Dave Gettleman. At all. At all. So, are the Giants trying to win now, or are we trying to lose? Are the Giants trying to win now, or are the Giants trying to lose with Eli Manning? And now I heard rumors that Odell Beckham is being shipped out. So that means that we're tanking. And if the Giants are tanking, honestly, if the Giants are tanking, that's a good thing. That's fine. I'll take 2-14 next year, because that means that we get Tua next year, the franchise quarterback, the prize from Hawaii, the throwing Samoan, and Tua Tagovailoa is going to be a first ballot Hall of Fame lock. So if you want to tank, then just tank. But then if you draft a quarterback this year, you're out of your damn mind. You're wasting Haskins' time if he has to sit behind Eli Manning, and this defense is going to be dog shit. Anyway, this defense sucks. This team overpays a shit ton of players. It's not going to be good for like 3 or 4 years with Haskins and Saquon Barkley. And Beckham's just going to get pissed another year. Unless you trade Odell Beckham. But overall, they already got rid of Davis Webb. It is a 2 or 3 year process. And for some reason, the Giants want to keep Eli Manning and not expedite this process. Eli Manning playing 16 games solves you nothing. It just makes fans like us feel great for Eli Manning. But he isn't even going to win anything. And all the Eli fans are going to have to do is battle all the numbskulls on social media to think Eli's selfish. I think Odell Beckham is going to be a Cleveland Brown. And I think that the Browns will be electric as hell. And I can't wait to see the Browns play every Sunday. Because I can't wait to see Odell, Jarvis Landry. I want to see them tear shit up with Baker Mayfield. I really do. That would be awesome. And it'd be great for Odell's career. He could go win a Super Bowl. Good for the guy. Good for the guy. He doesn't want to be in New York anyway. Now, it is possible the 49ers want to trade for Odell Beckham. Very, very possible. Very, very possible. Now, the 49ers, they might sign Le'Veon Bell. I think that Le'Veon Bell is going to come down to either Philadelphia restructuring contracts because Nelson Aguilar is leaving Philadelphia. So Philly can, maybe Philly will sign Aguilar or Philly will sign Le'Veon Bell. The Jets can do it for about 3 or 4 years. That would be very smart for the New York Jets because the Jets are paying Sam Darnold pennies on the dollar. But the answer to this question is it's time for the Giants to trade a second-round pick for Josh Rosen because Josh Rosen has a lot of value, and you're getting him for a second-round pick. So I would do that in a second because is Dwayne Haskins that much better than Josh Rosen? Josh Rosen is faster than Haskins. Josh Rosen throws a better football than Haskins. I know Haskins had a better record. I know Haskins is a more likable, easy kid to get along with. But if you put Josh Rosen at Ohio State Ohio State this year is probably not losing to Purdue. Ohio State, there's a damn chance that they're winning the national championship, and there's a chance that that Rosen is literally going to be a Heisman contender. So, Josh Rosen and Dwayne Haskins are about the same level of prospect. I think Rosen's even a lot better than Haskins, and most people agree with me on that. So the fact is, you want to then use your 6th pick for a quarterback that isn't as good of a guy you can trade for with the 2nd round pick. So, crazy. A lot of people asking about Le'Veon Bell. I think Le'Veon Bell on the Niners will be good. Get him for 3 years, and that 3rd year, make him drop that contract. But if you're Le'Veon Bell and you want to win, go out to San Francisco and go ball, man. Go ball. I think it's a power move for the Niners. And you know what? I was having this conversation with Jet Central earlier. The freaking Rams are starting to be a little bit of a train wreck. Their center is leaving, John Sullivan. Roger Saffold might not come back. Joyner is leaving. Mark Barron is getting cut. Andrew Whitworth is 50 years old. Todd Gurley's knees aren't even looking that good for a long-term future. Seattle ain't good. Arizona's in shreds. And Jared Goff, who knows if he's even going to get signed for a long-term deal. I wouldn't even do it if I were the Rams. The 49ers are ready to take over that division. 49ers are ready to take over the division. Dave Gettleman has actually not been terrible. Now, it was really dumb to get rid of Davis Webb. I wanted Webb to get an opportunity. I think that Webb has the makeup of a franchise quarterback. I've said that for a very, very long time. Dave Gettleman did well last year. B.J. Hill was a great pick. Will Hernandez is a pick that I loved. I loved that pick. Saquon Barkley, drafting him at number 2 instead of drafting Sam Darnold, I loved it. Dave Gettleman giving the contract to Odell Beckham was a terrible, terrible idea. Terrible idea. But Dave Gettleman, now with the Landon Collins thing, he didn't do that well. So the Collins and Beckham's handlings have been poor. Now, if he trades Beckham for a 1st-round pick and we get a guard back from the Cleveland Browns, that's a good decision by Dave Gettleman. A very, very good decision. And I also think that Josh Rosen should be headed here as well. That if you want to win, you have to do that stuff. If you want to win, you have to do that crazy shit in order to win. You have to get Rosen, and you have to use your 6th pick on guys like Devin White, on guys like Quinnen Williams. That's all. That's all in my top 6 is Devin White and Quinnen Williams. And by the way, the Alec Ogletree signing was not very good. Not very good. Now, the Redskins might try to trade for Josh Rosen. They might even give the 15th pick for Josh Rosen. But I don't think Rosen's value is that high. For some reason, Kurt Warner thinks it's a 3rd-round price for Rosen because I don't think Rosen's the easiest guy to get along with. Seattle Seahawks, Brandon, I mean, you look at that roster. That defense is not good. I mean, Frank Clark's one of the only good players on that defense. Bobby Wagner, they're all getting old out there. The cornerbacks are not good anymore. I mean, it was just a package of running the football and Russell Wilson. This NFC wild card, it was a weak wild card. It was a weak wild card. Steven, thanks so much, man. What up? What up, Steven? Yeah, I think that Seattle is trending down. I do. I think their players are mostly all gone. Earl Thomas is gone. They were a wild card team because the NFC was a lot worse than we expected. Did you really think Seattle was going into Dallas? Do you think Seattle was going to beat Dallas? And then do you think Seattle was going to go beat the Rams, who they cannot seem to beat? No. Seattle's the 3rd fiddle in that division. Seattle. But, I listen, I think it's logical for the Giants to go out and get Josh Rosen. I do. It makes way too much sense. You give away your 2nd-round pick, you get Josh Rosen. Eli Manning, if you're somehow able to get money for the guy, you should have done it. Why you bring back Eli unless you want to suck this year? I love Eli Manning, but now with Landon Collins not on the roster, there's no chance of winning a Super Bowl now. Landon Collins in 2016 was one of the best players on a team that you were ready to win a Super Bowl. If Dave Gettleman would have franchised Landon Collins, that would have said to Eli and Archie Manning that we're going for it this year. But letting him go means that you think that they're in rebuilding mode. It sends you signals that you just don't understand. You're letting a good player walk for no value. You're not getting any picks for him. And I just don't understand what the hell the Giants are doing. If they're ready to rebuild, then that's fine. But then why would Eli want to sit for a rebuild? And I don't think Odell Beckham wants a rebuild either. I don't even think that he's mature enough or wants a rebuild. Maybe he's mature enough for a rebuild, but Oh, Michael Capone! What up, Capone? Michael Capone, how are you, my friend? How's it going? Michael Capone. So, Capone is a beast. Capone's an absolute stud. And I'm not going to talk bad about Capone. Sexy goat. That's right, I'm not talking bad. You can't talk bad about Mr. Capone. So let's talk about the freaking Raiders. Let's talk about Oakland. So if Oakland goes after Antonio Brown, then they might get Kyler Murray because Kyler Murray knows Antonio Brown. But if the Raiders are then going to get Antonio Brown, it means Derek Carr is probably going to stay because Derek Carr is a very mentally tough individual. He's a great leader. Everybody loves, I think that Carr can handle Antonio Brown's personality. So for the Raiders, this is exciting. They've essentially traded Amari Cooper for Antonio Brown. Or it could even be better, a second-round pick for Antonio Brown. It's not that bad of a deal. Now, Antonio Brown just needs to love football. Very, very possible. I've heard that the Raiders, too, might like Dwayne Haskins better than Derek Carr. And Dwayne Haskins is a better quarterback than Derek Carr, I believe. But, you know, the thing is, you're mixing now a rookie quarterback with Antonio Brown. The veteran Derek Carr knows NFL defenses. And the fact is now with the Oakland Raiders is they're not really ready to win now. I just don't know if I like this move by the Oakland Raiders, to be honest with y'all. I don't know if I like it. I don't know if I like this move for Oakland because Oakland is not ready to win right now. They're not ready to win right now. And so Matt Breida, you're saying what happens to Breida? I mean, I don't think he's making that much money anyway. If he makes too much money, you got to release him because you have Jerick McKinnon. So for Antonio Brown, I heard the Titans actually might be interested in him. And the Titans have a strong locker room. And that'll be a good test for Marcus Mariota on a winning team. I think that could be very, very interesting. I think Antonio Brown to Tennessee is actually very, very interesting. But for Oakland, why would you want to saddle yourself up with Antonio Brown? You know what I mean? Know what I mean? Do I love the Cowboys? I'm not sure. I never rooted for them for a long, long time, but I don't think so. No. I think D Ford is staying in Kansas City, and I'll tell you what, I want Landon Collins to reunite with Steve Spagnuolo. Well, if you're Antonio Brown, you have to consider, do you want Mariota or Derek Carr? And I would want Mariota, and Mike Vrabel is perfect. Would you want Vrabel or John Gruden? And also, if you're Antonio Brown, where the hell are the Raiders going to be in a couple of years? You know what I mean? Like, where are the Raiders going to be in a couple of years? You know? So are they going to be in Vegas? You don't know where they're going to be. The Titans are a much better destination. But now, if you're the Steelers, you're probably going to deal them. You're probably going to deal them out to Oakland so you don't have to see them again. I'm not. No, I like Mariota better than Sam Darnold for sure. For sure, no doubt about it. I like Mariota. And Mariota has a chance to win. Mariota's won a playoff game. Mariota went to Arrowhead and won a playoff game before. Mariota has the Titans competitive every single year. He has a lightning quick release. Very good kid. I like Mariota. He gets hurt a bunch. So he has to prove it that he's worth the money. And that's why by signing Antonio Brown, it's a test to Marcus Mariota to see if he is worth that kind of money. But basically, for the New York Giants right now, New York Giants, I really think that cutting Eli would be an interesting idea. You give Eli the freedom to do whatever he wants. And And I really think that Josh Rosen or Dwayne Haskins should start next year. They're young. They're pennies on the dollar. You'll get playing experience. I like starting a quarterback and having them play. Because the thing is with having a quarterback play, I guess Eli Manning can mentor the young kid, but then you're wasting a year. You only get these kids for 5 years. You only have 5 years to win a championship. When you pay the quarterback, that's when you start to suck in the NFL. I would never pay a quarterback. Never pay a quarterback. It is not going to happen. Yep, I agree. It's not going to, they're not going to cut Eli Manning. But it actually would have been nicer to Eli to actually release him, because the fans don't like Eli Manning anymore. The Giants fans. I know Giants fans. They don't like Eli anymore. They're ready for something new. And a lot of them are ungrateful. And if you're Eli Manning, I wish Eli could have went out to Denver, because I want to see Eli Manning. As an Eli Manning fan, I wanted him to have a chance to win a Super Bowl in his last year. And now playing for the New York Giants, when they're releasing guys like Landon Collins, and he has to deal with Odell Beckham. Odell Beckham doesn't respect Eli Manning at all. Why would Eli want to play with Odell Beckham again? And why would he want to play with this piece of shit defense in his last year in the NFL? Why would he want to play for fans that are ungrateful for the most part, that are mad at Eli Manning? I'd say over 70% of fans don't like Eli Manning anymore, especially the younger generation of fans. So I feel bad for Eli Manning that he couldn't have gotten to Denver, because Denver would have been perfect for him. But let's look at Sterling Shepard. Sterling Shepard, listen, if the Eagles are cutting Nelson Aguilar, Sterling Shepard, Marcus, like, I just don't think Sterling Shepard's all that good, to be honest with you. And I think Denver's D is pretty good. Yeah, it's like a sacrificial kind of a lamb situation for Eli Manning. I just don't know if the Giants are going to be good this year with Eli or with whatever the hell the Giants are doing at secondary. But the good news is I'm not in this mess anymore. Yeah, man, how's it going? Yeah, man. That's your name, man. You know, Eli Manning in 2016, 2015 was good, but he also had Ben McAdoo. He had a horrible coach. Of course he's going to be in decline. I mean, Eli Manning is a Super Bowl champion. You know, for a 5-year stretch, he was one of the best quarterbacks in football. He's an Iron Man. He started so many of the best games. Eli Manning is a first ballot Hall of Fame quarterback. He's 6th all-time in yards. 6th in the history of the football game. So Eli Manning has won 8 playoff games on the road. He beat the Packers. He beat the Cowboys on the road. He secured a #1 berth in the playoffs. He's made the playoffs about 5-6 times. So Eli Manning's been sensational for this organization. Best quarterback the Giants have ever had, and a Hall of Fame quarterback at that. But yeah, I mean, when you win a Super Bowl, it's easy to decline, isn't it? It's easy to decline. I think Josh Rosen is better than Haskins, and Josh Rosen, with the fact that you're getting your 6th overall pick back, it makes no sense. Marcus, you saying I'm in this mess, huh? Kind of am, but you can always choose to turn it off, Mark. Marcus, it's not good for my health that I'm in this mess, though. But the good news is I'm getting a little bit better. I'm starting to take emotion out of it. I'm starting to think more practically, because I'm a big Eli Manning guy. So I've liked Eli, but now I'm thinking more emotionally, just to have the Giants win games. And I'm just going to be more of a ruthless, just a-hole towards what the Giants actually do. I'll win at all costs. As long as the guy isn't out there being violent, I'll take him on the New York Giants. I don't care about the personality anymore. I don't care that Rosen's this stuck-up kid from California anymore. I don't. I'm going to be past that. Just going to be pragmatic, going to give it to who's the best football player, who's the best player that's going to help us win. You know, I love Eli Manning, but I'm way too emotional, and my emotional sensitivity is just going to stop. I'm going to tell you how the Giants are going to win games. Even though I want Tua, I have certain biases. I like certain quarterbacks, and I like Murray more than Haskins. I think Haskins can be a little bit cocky. I'll you know what? I'm just going to say that they're going to win football games. Odell Beckham is a huge talent. If Odell Beckham's on the team, he's a top 3 receiver in the NFL. So I'm turning the emotion off. You got to turn the emotion off and be logical. That's part of what being logical is. So Eli Manning's not leaving, but we're going to be really, really logical. Because the thing now is, as a general manager, and Marcus, this is funny as hell, isn't it? I'm going to be a general manager, and I'm going to give Pat Shurmur all these people, and then he could deal with it in the locker room, because I get to watch them on Sunday. I'm not in that locker room. I'm not the general manager. If I was a general manager and I had to be around these guys all the time, I would maybe pick character over talent. But now I'm an all talent guy. I'm all talent evaluator. Daniel Jones has the perfect personality. Love his personality. But he's not a talent. So let's go with a Dwayne Haskins or a Kyler Murray. 2 guys that aren't as nice as Jones. Marcus Woods, man, we're going to have some fun now, aren't we? We are changing it up for the New York Giants. We are going 180 on here. Antonio Brown, what are you going to give him, though? Your second-round pick? We have Odell Beckham Jr. We don't need Antonio Brown right now. Yeah, man. All right, this is what I would do. And I did get a donation from Top Streams, and I want to thank you so much. I thought Chris was going to give me a donation as well. I was going to get to that, okay? So New York Giants, okay? I don't care at all about the personalities anymore. If you could trade your second-round pick for Josh Rosen, you do it. You do it, because then at number 6, we are getting a fast player in Devin White, or Montez Sweat ran a 4.42. He could be a very, very good player. Montez Sweat could be a very, very good player. Oh, my God, another donation, because now I'm just going to be Mr. Logic. I'm not going to talk about any personalities at all on here. I'm just going to talk about what they do on the field. Okay, I'm just going to talk about what they do on the damn field. I'm not going to talk about locker room chemistry. I'm all anti-locker room chemistry now. I'm just talent guy. I'm Al Davis. Are you going to do it again? You don't have to do it again. If you do it again, I just retrieved the money, by the way. From YouTube, and it's pretty great, because I want to use that money, and I want to get some big-time interviews for you guys. Well, I think, first of all, I went to Popeyes. I'm going to look like a bear. I ate 2 chicken breasts mild, 4 chicken legs mild. It's got to be mild. With 2, I had 2 fountain drinks right here. Coke coming right here. I'm going to live to be about 45 before a heart attack. God forbid. God forbid. It's mild for sure. No way. I'm not a spicy person at all. You don't put anything on a burger. No. Palate of a 5-year-old child. I have a palate of a 5-year-old. Mild for sure. No. I'm swole. I'm just fat. I'm just fat because of this jacket. Fat. No wonder I'm hype. Kid Blue, what up? We are getting Rosen for a second rounder. Kurt Warner lives in Arizona. He said that he's worth a third rounder. Josh Rosen probably doesn't get along with the Arizona Cardinals. I can't believe I don't look high either. I'm probably taking less allergy medicines. Oh my God. And I couldn't shave. I was thinking of shaving today, but I couldn't get into my bathroom today. And I just wanted to leave and hit the road. I left my house at about 3:30. I wake up every day about 12:30 in the morning. No, don't do it, please. The more donations you give, the more guilty I have for accepting them. It's okay, but we still have our 6th overall pick, and Rosen's just as talented as Dwayne Haskins. Montez Sweat made Drew Lock sweat, but I don't know if they played each other that much. Thank you. Will there be a live draft show? So I'll answer that question. It's a damn good question. if I can afford to go to Nashville for the NFL draft, the thing that I want to do, I want to go there with UCF Jaguar, the entertainer. I want to film reactions at that actual draft. But if I'm around here, if I don't go to Nashville, I'll definitely maybe do a live show. But I'll probably be on Entertainer's channel. I'll probably be on a big, big channel. Eric Weddle. Now, Eric Weddle's a good character guy, but you know what I think of character guys right now? Eric Weddle's too damn old. Too old. Now, could you get him for really cheap? I'll take him for really, really cheap. What is he going to be, leading people? And now I like Eric Weddle a lot. He's a family man. He's a great, great guy, right? But remember, we're talking about talent here, and Eric Weddle's on the smaller side and he's older. So I don't know if I want him. I want more of a guy who's younger for a long-term solution. Dwayne Instagram Haskins is a big-time player. He's going to be a really, really good football player for the New York Giants because he has great arm strength. He dominated the combine. He is confident as all hell. He's going to be a good player, okay? I'm anti this chemistry thing going forward. Devin White is a good linebacker, very, very fast. We're going to have to put him in the best position to succeed because he was a running back for a long time. What the hell? I just opened up the trunk to my car. Somebody's going to come in here. I didn't even know. I don't even know what these damn cars anymore. I don't even know what these damn cars anymore. That you can open up the trunk to a gosh damn car. I didn't even. I mean, usually in the old days you just freaking put your key in the car. You know what I mean? Yeah, the Bears, I have kids here. Yeah, I adopt a kid. But listen, I mean, there's sunroof buttons. There's all these extra buttons in the damn car. I mean, I don't need that in the car. And now I'm going to have to get out. It's like 20 degrees here in the Northeast. I don't know why people live here. It's unbelievable. I don't know why people live here. It's cold. But you know what? There's bowling and basketball around my neighborhood. That's what I do. I bowl, play basketball. Afghanistan trying to help me out. I might have to live. You live in Buffalo? You are a lucky man. You have a great football team with a great culture. I'd love to go to Bill's Mafia and break some tables. Light some tables on fire. Hold on one second. I don't want you guys to... Well, never mind. Made it back. How is everybody? Chris Senor. We are up to $7, and we are 32 minutes deep in talking to football. Congratulations to Antonio Brown. I want to get Spotlight Sports on my damn show. You know why? Because he's a big Raider fan. Oh my gosh, hell yeah! And you know what? Yeah, man, I'd throw my friend Cop Pizzle because he was the first guy to start it. Small ball, Garrett Sanders, man, let's go Vols. DK Metcalf going to he wants the Titans to get DK Metcalf. I don't think he's going to be around that much. The Niners are a better football team than Seattle. The Niners are going to be great this year. Are Kyrie and KD going to the Knicks? Well, what's interesting is I don't know I think Kevin Durant might be a Knick. I don't know what the hell's happening with Kyrie Irving. And I'll tell you what right now, and thank you so much for hitting the like button. Kyrie Irving and the Celtics played really well last night. Gordon Hayward had 30 points last night. And the Celtics actually look really, really good right now. So I'm excited for Hayward. This Celtics team, they blew out the Golden State Warriors. They're going to be super dangerous in the playoffs. Now, I think Kevin Durant, the reason why I think Kevin Durant is going to the reason why I think Kevin Durant's going to New York is because his agent is from New York. And I don't know if he likes Golden State. I don't know why he doesn't like Golden State. Golden State's the perfect basketball situation. It's the anti-Oklahoma City in terms of the city and in terms of what people do there. But But listen, Kevin Durant going into Knicks would be great for basketball. Now, I watched, like, in the Western Conference, there are only a couple of teams that could do well. I watched Portland play Memphis yesterday. And the Portland Trailblazers only, when it gets time late in the game, they don't use Jake Layman the right way. They don't use Rodney Hood the right way. Evan Turner sucks, okay? Evan Turner sucks. They need Damian Lillard to be more unselfish down the stretch if Portland wants to win. Portland has a very, very good team. I like Portland a hell of a lot in the Western Conference. Denver is very overrated. I like the Utah Jazz a lot more. Donovan Mitchell is a tremendous, tremendous player. And Utah has really, really good pieces. How's Chris Senior doing? He's doing well. A lot of chatter here on the chat. Chatter on the chat. Thanks, John, for popping in. Is DK Metcalf a top 10 pick? Hell freaking yeah. Because here's what DK Metcalf can be to Tom Coughlin in Jacksonville. I believe he's going to Jacksonville. Because you know who DK Metcalf's going to be? He reminds me of Hakeem the Dream Nicks. Hakeem the Dream Nicks, one of my favorite. Hakeem Nicks was one of my favorite wide receivers ever for the New York Giants. And he's a big body guy who can go catch the football. If he's Hakeem Nicks, that's a successful pick at number 7. Mike Williams was picked at number 7. I understand that about Metcalf, that he's not very well defined in the route running process, but he is a jump ball artist. He's a jump ball artist. I would hate to go bald in the next 3 years. I'm only like 24 years old. When I'm 40, I don't want to go bald at all. My hair just looks like shit today. That's why you're seeing that. But DK Metcalf, first of all, the fact that he's 1% body weight, it means that he cares a lot about the game of football. That means that he cares about taking care of his body. The second thing is, when he was at Ole Miss, Phil Lonzo was not a good offensive coordinator. Phil Lonzo was not a good offensive coordinator. So DK Metcalf can be even better. And for Nick Foles, he needs a big body wide receiver like an Alshon Jeffrey to throw the ball up to. Or Josh Allen's going to use him in Buffalo. He's not getting out of the top 10. Also, I know I don't talk about chemistry very much on this show anymore. I know that I don't talk about chemistry on this show a lot. And like a player's personality. But DK Metcalf happens to have a very nice personality. He happens to be a good kid. He happens to be very humble. And I think teams will like that. I think I'm going to continue the rest of my day very soon. Chris broke it down beautifully today, Adita. Adita, if you're not subscribed to The Entertainer, he's the freaking best, man. And Entertainer basically said in his video, which I watched today, that's where I get my news, the Giants don't have enough money to get the Honey Badger. We don't have enough money for Tyrann Mathieu. I like Mathieu a lot. Mathieu is tough. He can hit. He brings kind of that edge. But, dude, we only have like $8 million to spend now. And if we are getting Darrell Williams, I'm lukewarm on Williams. I've never really seen the kid play before. I like Roger Saffold a lot. If we can get Saffold and replace him with Brown, Saffold is a big-time guard prospect. I agree. I think Rosen and Haskins are a toss-up. So if you keep number 6 to get a defensive player, you do it. Arkham Asylum, thank you for coming into the crib, man. 22 dislikes? Oh, I thought I had 33 dislikes, 22 dislikes. Dude, there is good safeties. I'll tell you the safeties. Deontay Thompson, Jonathan Abram from Mississippi State, Nasir Adderley. Those are the 3 guys that I know. I don't know anybody else. Cleveland could trade Tyrod for maybe like a 5th round pick because they have that kid. They have that kid out in Drew Stanton. Drew Stanton's a really good backup quarterback for him. He really helps Baker Mayfield. Most marketable player, great question. That's a very, very interesting question. I think Kyler Murray is very marketable because he's a little guy. He's 5'10". He has the personality of Tiger Woods, of Michael Jordan, and Kobe Bryant. He has that Mamba mentality. Kyler Murray, to me, has a lot of marketability. DK Metcalf has some marketability for sure. It's usually going to be the skill position players. I think Greedy Williams, the fact that the name is Greedy, I think you could sell out a ton of shirts with Greedy Williams. So I think Greedy Williams actually has a ton of marketability as well. N'Keal Harry is an interesting name, interesting kid. Hakeem Butler at 6'5" is already marketable. Adidas already picked him up. Possibly Odell Beckham, but Odell Beckham's a big talent. We're going to need a lot back for him. He is a top 3 receiver in the NFL, best route runner in the NFL. Huge Odell Beckham guy right here. Thanks, Bradley. Roll Tide. Bradley? Are you an Alabama Crimson Tide fan? I watched that Auburn Alabama game last night. It was a great Iron Bowl basketball game. Unless you're a fan of the Crimson Tide. One giant rebuttal. How are you? By the way, I can't wait for March Madness. It starts this week. Arch Madness starts in St. Louis on Friday night. Northern Iowa plays Southern Illinois on Friday. Drake, Missouri State. I cannot wait for Arch Madness this Friday, and then March Madness starts next Sunday. I already got some picks for the Final Four. I think Tennessee and Kentucky are making the Final Four. And I also think that Auburn has a chance to make the Final Four. I don't think Zion Williamson's going to be playing anymore for Duke basketball, but I can't freaking wait for Arch Madness and for March Madness. You're a Duke guy, Steve. You're a Duke guy. You're gonna need Zion to come back. You're gonna need Alex McDonald to hit a lot of shots. Mark Holmes, is he a comedian? I actually haven't heard of Mark Holmes before. I think Murray has a great chance to go number 1. Cliff and Kyler are going to be number 1. All right, guys, this was a lot of fun. We ironed some things out with the New York Giants. Josh Rosen trade for the second rounder, I would do it. And it's a shame that we have to miss out on Dalton Reisner, who's a very, very good player. And yes, Ron Effect is very, very entertaining. I like Ron Effect a lot. He's entertaining as hell. He's a man of the people. He'll do live streams at any time. But I also love Chris the Entertainer. I try not to make like a lot of, I don't want to make enemies on YouTube. I like everybody who does this stuff for a living. One Giant Rebuttal is a great friend of mine as well. And everyone, I change my opinion all the time, but I just enjoy this a hell of a lot. So, all right, guys, it was a lot of fun sitting here and chatting with y'all. And I'm happy that I was able